Hi everybody, welcome to Talking Nunsense episode 5. My name is Sezza. I did it the wrong way around again. This is the HotLocalNun. Wow, as you can see, it's glitching for some reason, but that's fine. So we do Talking Nunsense every week, and it's basically we just talk about nonsense, but we were given a really great idea by a friend of ours to do reactions to Reddit posts. So we've done some scouring of like different, I don't really know how Reddit works, but we're doing some, okay, you want me to start again?
Well, the thing is, I think it would be silly if I reach over in the middle of it.
Oh my god!
Okay.
Hey!
So my dad does this. He did. He used to just always do that, like you know, always be a thing.
Well, you can start it. I'm just gonna stand here.
Okay, fine. Ready? Hey guys, welcome to Talking Nunsense.
Oh wow.
It's episode 5.
We're getting saucy.
Nah.
That's terrible.
Okay, right. Okay. Hi guys, welcome back to Talking Nunsense. This is episode 5. Can you believe it? We are joined by me, the HotLocalNun, and Sezza. I keep nearly doing this. I'm nearly doing this. I gotta do it like this.
I know. I
See,
keep
over that
fucking up.
side, you know, over that side. She's pointing. She's pointing. We are here today to talk to you about God. No, that's not true. It's not true.
Okay.
We are actually taking on a suggestion from a friend that we react to Reddit posts, not just any old Reddit posts. We're talking about the text ones, you know, and seeing how we feel about these.
Wait, did you just say the text ones? Isn't Reddit like completely text-based? Like it's just writing? Or is Reddit story? Was Reddit pictures? Like Instagram?
She has no idea.
I don't use Reddit. I don't know. I just know that people go on Reddit to bitch.
Big Redditor back in the day.
I just hit my microphone, I'm sorry.
Yeah, she doesn't know. She has no idea.
We were given the idea by a friend to react to Reddit posts. So I've done some scouring. We've both done some scouring of Reddit.
Yeah, I had to show her a few subreddits because she doesn't know any.
I was waiting for you to say it
She
because I
doesn't
didn't
even
know what they were called.
Oh my.
Well, I've picked ones from Am I the Asshole? Because I thought it'd be fun because we can kind of like pick. We can, well, obviously I'll read it out and then we can kind of both have our opinion on like whether they are the asshole or whether the person that they were conflicted with was the asshole. So they're nothing too saucy or dramatic. I actually haven't read through them. I skim read just to see if it would be stream appropriate. I assume they'd be okay. I don't know if they're any fun, but we'll see.
Yeah, there's, you know, for anyone that doesn't know Reddit, just like Sarah, there's literally a subreddit for everything. Everything you ever need it.
Sounds like my kind of place. I like to have
some
a
of them
bitch.
are, you know, there's some things that I don't know now, but there was some bad subreddits that got shut down because obviously it was a very, you know, Reddit back in the day was very open to just, you know, freedom to do whatever. Obviously not, you know, not everything, but there was, you know, you can, whatever.
Well articulated, I like it.
There's
Thank
nice
you.
things on Reddit, there's some not so nice things on Reddit.
Wait, going
the
back.
front page will sort you out.
Does Reddit have pictures? Like, is it like Imgur?
Yes, it does. That's where Imgur actually became famous.
From Reddit.
From Reddit, because Reddit actually didn't. Not many people would know this actually. Reddit didn't have its own image uploading, so you couldn't upload any images. So everything was imager.com. So imgur.com. Little advert for you guys out there. Yeah, they were the host, the main host of all kind of, you know, and obviously YouTube for videos. Now I don't know what it is because, you know,
Instagram.
I haven't been there.
Instagram is pictures.
Back in the day when I was on Reddit, right? I know we're, you know, going on about Reddit, but we're going to be talking about subreddits anyway. But when I was on Reddit, right, everybody, and I'm talking everybody, hated vertical videos.
Really?
They hated it.
Ah.
If there was a vertical video, they would downvote it to shit.
Really?
Like, it's so boggling how, like, we've gone from these people, you know, it would be like, you know, they record it sideways and they'll be like, why didn't you record it horizontally? You know, they would say like that kind of thing all the time.
Wow.
And they would always just shit on, but now look at it.
Yeah, TikTok's
We're living
crazy.
in vertical hip hop. TikTok.
Wait, so
We're living in there.
if you were on Reddit heaps, like what were some of your favorite subreddits? I'm learning.
So there's Advice Animals, which is the OG of OG memes. Okay, so like it's crazy because I haven't been there for like maybe 10 plus years. I haven't been on here for really that much. Like, you know, I go on sometimes just have a little whatever, but I haven't been on for so long. But I went back to Advice Animals, which was the original meme. When memes weren't a meme, that's where the memes came from, right?
Why?
And
Is it like animal advice?
Huh?
Is it just like animal advice? How is it memes?
No, it's not.
Oh.
It's not. So yeah, so it was the original like I'm trying to think. Oh, you know, like when I shot an arrow, I got shot in the arrow to the knee.
Yeah.
Blah blah blah. Like those kind of memes. Like there would be a picture, and then yeah, they would just have like text to it. Do you know what I mean? And they would just use the same ones, and they're still using the same images that they used to use 10 years ago.
Cool.
It's crazy.
Wow.
I'm like, I was thinking, guys, I haven't been here for 10 years and they're still using the same, like, the same images for me.
If you mean like advice animals, is it like that sad bear? Like
Yeah, the sad bear.
Right,
like,
okay.
Depressed bear.
Depressed bear
Like,
and
yeah.
I don't know.
I'm trying to
any
think
others.
of
That
like,
one springs to mind.
the one where he's he's in a bucket and he's this one's one of my favorite ones actually, where he's in a bucket in his cellar and he's like, it will be fine, they said. It'll be, do you know what I mean? And he's like swimming in the bucket kind of thing.
Who's in the bucket?
Just a guy.
Oh really? It's not an animal.
Yeah. No, it's not just animals.
Why is it called advice animals then?
Oh my god.
Stop.
I don't know. Yeah, like here, right? Do you want me to show you one?
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Can you even do that?
Let's go for...
Maybe you could send it to me and I could put it on the screen. I've got great editing skills if you guys haven't noticed.
Okay, so
I
like
didn't change the background.
these, so it's been so long and they're still using, I've forgotten what this one's called. It's like seal something.
Sloppy seal.
Let me see what the seal meme. I've forgotten what it's called. Awkward moment seal. This one's called, the one you're about to show.
Okay.
And yeah, just, you know, just to get you.
Are you sending it
into
to
the
me?
whole...
Oh, okay.
I'll send it to you on Discord.
Okay, I'm just opening it, bro.
She's
Hang on a
slow.
second.
Slow motion.
Slow motional damage.
Did you ever used to do that? Did you ever used to pretend that you were so?
Oh no.
Oh, I'm not even on the picture. Am I on stream?
Yeah.
I don't even know anymore. No.
I showed the seal. Look.
Yeah, the seal. Told my therapist about my childhood. She starts crying.
It does look awkward, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Awkward
so,
seal.
like, it was things like this, and they're still using the same images.
All right. So,
know?
anyway,
What was your favorite subreddit?
I've never read on Reddit. I don't know
Okay.
Reddit. I just know Reddit because you know Reddit, and then like I've heard people talk about Reddit, but I've never like looked at it or like read anything. Although I don't know if this is like super new age Gen Z of me, even though I'm not that. I'm actually older than I think I am.
Yeah.
I read Reddit posts through TikToks. So like there'll be TikToks that come up and it will have that little game that's like playing, just whatever, like a car game, and I'll have like a little Reddit post, and then it'll go through it, and I read it like that.
It's interesting. Yeah, so you would love this one. This one's called Velociraptor.
Oh, I've seen that one. I know
You've
that
seen
one.
it.
Yeah.
So you've seen it where it's like this.
Yeah.
It's like.
And he's like, and then it gives you like a thing to think about.
Yeah, it's like a philosophical.
But send it to me. I can put it on screen as well.
Oh well, I don't have one.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
You know.
Alrighty. Well, do you want to read your first Reddit post, or do you want me to read my first Reddit post, or do you want to?
Yeah, let's start light. At least
Okay.
I know that I've started light. You know.
Okay. Well, yeah. Well, you do.
Side. So,
you can do one.
This one. This is more. You know, this is for everyone really.
What
So I think
subreddit
it'd
is this
be-
from?
This is from Confession. It's a light-hearted confession. Okay, just
okay.
light-hearted. I thought, let's start off with something light. So, I pretend I don't speak English to avoid talking to strangers. Now, what is your kind of way of avoiding talking to strangers?
I mean, if I was ever going to uni and stuff, I'd always have my headphones in and just pretend I'm listening to music, because like 9 times out of 10 they don't want to bother you. You know, we used to have like survey people that would like run like around on the trains and like want to survey you, so you'd always have to make sure you had headphones in because they wouldn't bother you if you had.
Oh yeah, that's true. But like they've gotten smarter now. It's like that time when we were on the train and in London, and that woman put that thing on the chair. Remember? She put a piece of paper down on the chair, and it had something on it. And then we didn't touch it because obviously we're intellectual people. And then she came back 2 minutes later, came to pick it up off the chair.
What do you do to avoid speaking to people?
Just don't go outside.
I mean, that works.
You know, I don't really go out.
If I'm walking down the street and I see people like wanting to sign me up to something, I just walk around them, like give them a wide berth, or I'll like walk faster. Yeah.
A wide berth?
I'll give them like a wide berth. Like I'll like.
Is that a saying?
Is it girth or berth? I don't know now. I'm confused myself. Anyway.
Berth. Oh, berth with an E.
Anyway.
I'm Googling.
Okay.
Yeah.
But like I often think like, because I don't want to be rude, but like, you know, when you're walking somewhere, like 9 times out of 10 you're going somewhere, you know. I'm not just like walking around because I'm having like I'm just gonna walk around by myself, do you know what I mean? So that's again I think of those like YouTube videos and those TikToks of like people interrupting people and like asking them questions on the street, and I would be that bitch that would just keep walking because I just
like,
don't stop.
Have you ever seen those ones where they roll a ball or they throw a ball at somebody and then they're like 0 out of 10, you know?
Yeah.
It's like, I don't want a ball kicked at me. I'm trying to walk.
Yeah, I know,
exactly.
exactly.
I've tripped over pavements in the middle of roads. I don't need a ball in the middle of the way, you know?
Exactly.
I'm not expecting that.
So annoying.
It's crazy.
Would you ever pretend you can't speak English to avoid talking to somebody? Actually, I have a story. Anyway, answer your question.
Yeah. I mean, you know, I can pretend, but I just kind of like, I don't know how to explain it. I'm kind of like, I'll hear it out first. Like, it's like when those guys come to the door about the internet.
Oh, yeah.
After I've already sussed out what they're doing, it's a no. Just get out. I'm done. I'm just like, no, thank you. And
See,
you know.
I'm pretty bad at saying no.
Yeah.
Especially for like scam calls and stuff. But I actually had one. I had a guy knock on our door to try and shill like new internet to us, and he was so charming, and I was like, oh my fucking god. And he was like, oh, that accent, where are you from? South Africa? And I was like,
yeah, they're always like that.
Shut up. And then he was like, but like I was confused because he started talking about the neighbor downstairs, so he knew her by name. So I thought that maybe there was like she'd reported a problem
that was really weird.
or something. But he was just trying to get on like a level with me so that like we both knew the same person kind of thing. So I think that's why I listened to him for so long. But I was in a fucking shit mood. Like I was in a bad mood, and I was just standing there like, yeah. And I was like, look, man, are you trying to shill new internet to me? Because we're moving at the end of the year, so it's probably not worth it. And he was like, oh, are you moving? I'm like, yeah, back to Australia. And he was like, oh, okay. Yeah, well, you won't need it then. I was like, nah. And then Oh yeah, he saw on my pants that I was wearing my Twitch pants as well.
Yeah,
and he was like,
about that.
he was like, oh, Twitch streamer, and I was like, yeah, and he was like, oh, that's where the money is, and I was like, ha, and it was like so ironic because like everything had gone down with like the 50-50 split and things were like blowing up about Twitch, and I was like, not anymore, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's just not worth it, you know.
But yeah, I was just livid. Anyway,
that's the thing with salesmen. They just don't give a shit. They will sell you a piece of shit.
Yeah.
That's the problem. They're literal, like, I'm not saying everyone's an asshole in sales, but those that, you know, when you know, it's like scam callers or something. You know you're scamming someone, but you're still doing it. It baffles me.
Yeah,
honestly.
I hate scam callers. I don't mind the shopping center ones, like, because you're out in a public place and they're kind of like their own little stall thing. It is a little annoying.
Yeah.
But I hate the ones that come to your door because they're invading your personal space. It is your house. Like, fuck off. Do you know what I mean? It pisses me off so much.
This is the thing. This is the really tricky subject for me, actually, because you know how everyone complains about Jehovah's Witnesses. So I don't want to go back to when I was having a bad time, but when I was having a bad time, I couldn't leave the house. I still find it hard with agoraphobia and stuff. But when I was really bad and I couldn't leave the house, and I was feeling really like, you know, everything was kind of going downhill for me, Jehovah's Witnesses actually knocked on my door, and I was like, actually, I could use them to talk to people outside in the comfort of my house. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I would invite them in and they would come round nearly like once a week or something, and I actually got to know them. But then when they started, like, okay, they gave me a Bible, right? And then they like afterwards they were, because they want to show you, like, they want to obviously get you into the whole thing. I thought it was interesting because I was like, you know, I can ask them questions on what they believe, whatnot, and they can tell me their things, and then they can, like, you know, tell me, you know, they'll go to this page on this, right? And they'll like read whatever, and it'll, you know, it sounds interesting. You know, there's a lot of, you know, how it's worded and everything is really interesting, but I'm a very, you know, I question a lot. So yeah, when they came around, I actually, as much as I do hate, like, you know, when Jehovah's Witnesses come around and they come around to talk to people, I think it really helped me, actually, because you know, the time I stopped was when they started giving me highlighters to do my own, like, they were like, I want you to go through the Bible and highlight something, and I was just like, I'm not doing this. You know, that's when it got too much for me. But like, they would come around, like, you know, they were really nice, but you know, I'd explained my situation with my anxiety and stuff, and yeah, but I actually I'm very thankful for them doing that, because in my hard time, that was kind of like a face-to-face interaction that I was missing out on a lot, because I never left the house because, you know, it was that bad. But yeah.
How long were they in your house before you kicked them out?
I'd say we were talking for a little, like an hour.
Oh wow, it was nice that you were able to get
half hour probably. Yeah. It probably felt like an hour.
They probably just enjoyed the conversation rather than going to everyone's doors and getting
like,
rejected.
Yeah, they
sit down with the tea and stuff.
Yeah, well, that's the thing, you know. I knew in my mind he was here. He wasn't here to give me advice. He was here because he wants me to become, you know, Christian or whatever it was. And yeah, in my mind, I was never going to. But I was like, actually, I could really use this to, you know, to interact with people again, you know?
That's so
I found
interesting.
that really helpful.
I would like, well, as I said, when the internet man came to the door and I was already in a shit mood, like if I was going through a really bad bout of depression, somebody knocked on my door, I'd be like,
Well, yeah, that's the thing, you know. It was like,
I ain't talking to you. Get out of my way. I think only because, like, in Australia, like, we don't live like rural, but it's like semi-rural where like if you came to our house, you've gone out of your way to go there. Do you know what I mean? So in my experience, I'd only ever had one pair of Jehovah's Witness come to my door. And I was the only one home. And I think I was ironically painting. Wow, because I'm an artist. That's so cool.
Wow, that's crazy. Didn't know that.
And they knocked on the door and I was like, the dogs are going off. And I'm like there, like, oh my God.
Is this in Australia?
Yeah, I'm like home alone. And I was like, and I opened the wooden door to have the screen door. So I didn't even have to open the screen door. And then they were there and I was like, hi, can I help you? What's up? Hello, how's it going? And then they were like, oh, just wanted to talk about the Bible or whatever. And I was like, no, sorry, bye. And that was it. So I've never had, I
was always like that beforehand. I was always like, no, I don't want to talk about it, No. But I used that opportunity that at that moment in time, I kind of needed that,
no, that's
so
good.
I'm very grateful for that. Maybe one day, that's the thing, they might knock on like 10 doors, but they could knock on like 50 doors, but they could save one person's life by doing that. Do you know what I mean? And I think that's whether or not they believe in whatever, it might even just be to chat,
Yeah.
So
I mean, I've never been like a religious person, but I have found it really interesting. And I did a uni course on like old religious texts and stuff, and it was one of the most interesting courses I've ever done, even though I've forgotten half of it. And I don't mind talking about it, like as long as somebody's not preaching it to me. I had a kid in uni who was like super preachy, and he used to like bundle me up on the train because we went on the same train home. So thankfully he was only like halfway from this train ride and then he'd get off, but he would like try and convince me to go to the religion, and I was like, no.
Yeah, well, that's
and he'd start going on about my sins, and I'd be like, oh my God. He'd be like, have you ever done this? And I'd be like, oh my God.
They weren't like that.
No, I know. But then that kind of like, I've never had religion in my life. Like I didn't grow up with a religious family or like anything. And so his interaction was pretty much my first kind of interaction with religion. And I was like a bit freaked out because I was like, oh my God, like, is everyone like this? And then I met some Christians relatively recently who are really a part of like a church group, really friendly people, really lovely people. And like I kind of said to them my previous experience, I said, oh no, like we never like to force it on anybody. The church is more about like a place of like connection and family, and we go there and we support each other. And I just thought that was really nice because like you could genuinely just see that like they were just there for each other and like helping in this like god-awful life. And like if they're looking for at somebody up in the sky that's looking down on us and that makes them feel better, then awesome.
Well, that's
like
what I'm saying.
Like I would be like
hurting anyone.
Yeah, like I would be like it's kind of a nice way to sort of think about life, like a more positive aspect. But
exactly. Or even forgetting about like the whole God and stuff. Just thinking that your family's up there,
just nice little things.
It's just like a nice kind of, they're not gone, they're still with you kind of thing. I think that's a really, I as I said, I am agnostic. I'm open to the idea of it, but I'm not religious at all. I don't follow any kind of religion. But
I love how we've been talking for 25 minutes. We haven't even read a Reddit thing, and we've somehow diverted to religion speak.
Talking to strangers? No, we talked to strangers. It was talking to strangers.
Oh, I wanted to talk about that's right. We have done. Oh, sorry. I wanted to say a story about talking to strangers and pretending. So speaking a different language to avoid talking to strangers. And I have this friend back in Australia, and he, his side of the family are Italian. But he was born. I think he actually was born.
See, that would be very useful, wouldn't it?
I don't know if he was born in Italy or in Australia, but he's been in Australia most of his life, but he can speak Italian. So in Australia, you're not allowed to jaywalk, right? So if you get caught jaywalking, most of the time the cops kind of like turn a blind eye to it.
I mean, I'm British. They're not going to give me a ticket.
They will.
They're not.
This is the thing.
No, they won't.
No, listen. So this boy, we're out one night in the city. He jaywalks, cop is right there, pulls him up for it, wants to give him a $60 fine. And so my friend just pretends he's from Italy and speaks Italian, and he's just trying to get out of it. The cop was like, nah, you're just trying to get out of it, yada, yada, yada.
Wait, was he talking Italian in an Australian accent?
I don't know. I think the cop was just like, trying to say.
Yeah.
Anyway, he chucked him in jail overnight because he wouldn't. He was refusing to like take the ticket, and he like arrested him for that.
That would be scary, man.
Yeah.
That would be scary. But we should.
We're all like, oh my god.
Yeah. We need to find someone in Australia that can speak a different language and see if they speak in the language's accent rather than the Australian accent.
I mean, I think it's like any accent.
How weird would that be? Imagine someone French speaking in an Irish accent.
Ooh.
How cool
well,
would that be?
that's like when I was talking to my friend from Norway, and like they were talking about how they have different dialects and stuff. And then I had another friend who speaks Portuguese, but they learned Portuguese in Portugal. But like obviously they speak Portuguese in Brazil. But they went to Rio and they couldn't understand because it was like a slightly different Portuguese and a different accent. And I thought that's so interesting. But then I thought it's kind of like English with like Scottish accents, right?
Yeah.
And we're all using different words and like different accents. So it's like, of course they have different dialects. But like ignorant me back in the day just thought it was like one language, so it would have one accent. You know, like there's different dialects, regional dialects, the different words. It's really cool.
I personally don't think it's possible to have, like, you know, unless for many years or you have someone with an Irish accent that is French. I don't think it's possible. Even if you are French and you move over to Australia, I don't think when you speak French you're going to have that French accent still. Do you know what I mean?
Maybe. I think it depends.
It has to be taught. It has to be taught.
You do have to learn an accent, absolutely. Yeah. But I think that's why, you know, like a lot of people from Europe, when they learn an English accent, they either sound American or English because they learn the pronunciation and the accents from different places. But there's a girl on TikTok who speaks fluent Japanese, but she's American. So she trolls her TikTok by, instead of doing a Japanese accent, she'll do like this Southern American accent and speak Japanese, and it's really funny to listen to. I have to find her TikToks. I'll try and find it, but it just makes me laugh, and it's just funny because she riles up all these people because she's speaking fluent Japanese, but she's also like in a Southern American accent.
Did you want to go on to your one then?
Okay. Okay, so I've got 5. Which one do I want to talk about? This one's an interesting one because this one also kind of, I just picked ones that I thought I kind of related to because it's been things that have happened to me as well. But hang on. All right, it's a bit long, so I've got to read it.
Oh, did you mute for them?
Yeah, sorry, I did.
Oh, okay,
yeah.
I hear it. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so this is from Am I the Asshole? It says, my best friend picked her wedding date on the one date I couldn't go. Okay, so it says, I'm a freelance photographer and it's always been my dream to shoot festivals with the biggest goal to be Glastonbury.
Oh, so obvious.
What?
So obvious. I know what this is. It's bad photographer and she doesn't want her at the wedding. And that's why.
The biggest goal to be Glastonbury, and for the last 2 years I've been hired by the BBC to cover a small stage. Someone I consider to be my best friend, who I hang out with every week, if not multiple times a week, was planning her wedding and when showed me the dates her venue and had available for next year. I had said the only one I couldn't do would be June 29th because of Glastonbury and how important that job is to me, trying to maintain this relationship and hopefully to get one of the biggest stages in the future. It also looks so good to take to other clients and pays a good amount of money, and there are so many people wanting to take your spot if you ever turn it down. I basically replaced a girl who couldn't do it 1 year and they hired me instead of her the second year. Now she's about to send out the invites and I found out that she's picked the date and she's upset I can't come. She could have picked another date, but she chose that one. I feel really heartbroken because I love her and I thought she loved me, and I've been there for her through the whole wedding thing, and I even told her I would offer her a wedding dress, make her a free photo shoot, and help bring the price of the dress down, but now I feel shit because she obviously didn't care if I came or not, and she picked the one day I couldn't do without fucking up a huge thing in my career. I have abandonment issues, as well as my family has made me feel that feeling of not being wanted. I know how stressful weddings are, but I would never want a wedding without her there, and now I feel guilty and I can't go, and also doubting why she would pick the one day I couldn't, and she is upset and cried when I said I couldn't come, even though she knew all along I wouldn't be able to without a huge blow to my career. but she's really upset
Yeah.
and I'm picking work over her wedding and I can't help but feel guilty.
Bad
Update, she is
okay,
currently
so-
giving me the silent treatment and it's really stressing me out.
Well, this is the thing. Bad friend. So forget what I said about her being a bad photographer, because if
Yeah,
she's
you
getting
really
hired by
jumped the gun
BBC,
with that.
I jumped, but this is the
Jumped the
thing.
gun.
This is the thing. What we could do is we could just read the top, then we say what we think, and then we hear the story. Because that's what happens, you know? But yeah, so bad friend.
Do you think
friend
it's bad
that's getting-
friend?
Yeah, bad friend that's getting married, because I think she might be jealous of the photographer getting such a big deal of a thing. But the thing is, it's a win-win for the photographer. She goes to Glastonbury and she gets paid. And then when everyone's like, oh, where's blah, 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 where's blah, then she's just like, oh, she's doing a photography job at Glastonbury.
God. Extra publicity, you're right.
Yeah, you're
I know.
right.
I don't know. I'm so torn because like obviously there's always more context and you never know.
Yeah,
But like
well,
just
that's
going
the
from
thing.
what we know. But like if if she's like her best friend and she told her there's several dates that are available, but then picked that one date that wasn't available, yeah, it is a bit more of a dick move. But then it's also
What
like
if it was cheaper?
it's maybe cheaper. Exactly. What if it was like her other family, like her grandparents or something couldn't come the other day? Like, who are you going to prioritize? I'm going to prioritize my family. I'm sorry. Like, I don't know. I just feel like it's just an unfortunate situation. But like, I had a similar thing with 1 year, and it was with my ex, and my friend was supposed to be getting married on the same weekend that one of the biggest convention in London is. And then I said, oh, it's okay. I just won't do it. And then my ex was like arguing with me, saying that we were going to miss the wedding. And that
I
we
remember
were.
you telling me this
Yeah.
story, actually.
And I was gobsmacked because I was like, it's a convention that runs twice a year. It's one weekend. Like, I don't mind missing it because this is our good friend's wedding and I really, really want to go. And then he was like, no, because you're going to miss out on however many grand because you're not selling for that weekend. You got to think of it from a business perspective. And I was like, oh, yeah, I guess. But then I was also like, but I felt like it was just such a dick move to be like, oh no, I'm just going to turn around and can't come to your wedding. But then it's like,
that's a really tricky one.
It's such a tricky
close
one.
were you to these people?
well, this is the thing. It got postponed because of COVID. So like,
Okay, but just forget it.
I went to their
forget
wedding,
It was,
but
forget it was. But how, you've got friends and you got very close friends, and then you got best friends.
these were the people that, well, I don't know, I was torn because these were the people that I first made friends with when I moved to the UK, and they made sure to be there for me, and they were lovely, and I don't know, they just helped me so much. I'm still friends with them. So I just I just felt like, I don't know, it's just such a dick move. And they'd been friends with my ex for like 10 years or something. I don't know, it was a long old friendship, and I was just like, you can't go to their wedding. For a one weekend at a convention of all things. So I don't know, I just think like weddings are like in most cases a one-day thing and a one life thing, sorry. So like you have your wedding, and like I would rather in 20 years go, I've went to that wedding, rather than go, I went for a fucking business trip to fucking Glastonbury to take pictures. But I get it, because it is hard, and a Glastonbury is important.
It is very hard. It is.
I don't know. What would you do if you were the photographer?
It's so hard because she did offer to do the photography for the wedding as well. So it doesn't make any sense because they're saving money by using the best friend instead. But then if she's the photographer for the wedding, she's not a bridesmaid, right?
Well, she didn't say she would photograph the wedding. I think she just said that she offered the wedding dressmaker a free photo shoot if it would help bring the price of the dress down, which I think is a bit weird. But
yeah, what is that?
She didn't say anything about being a bridesmaid. See, that's another thing too. I think if she was a bridesmaid, it would add an extra level. But there's nothing. There's nothing about like bridesmaid.
What about this though? So what is it? What's the title? Her best friend.
My best friend picked her wedding date on the one date I couldn't go.
Now, I don't mean this in a bad way. I don't mean this in a bad way. But I think everyone has a best friend, right? But then I think some people have a best friend for them but it's not always best friend back. Do you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So when they're referring to their best friend, it might be their best friend in their eyes, but like it's not like, you know, how, you know, a generic best friend, you know, we're best friends.
Well,
we,
yeah.
You know, do you know what I mean? We grew up together and we were like this. I don't know why I did this, but like it should have been this. But yeah, do you know what I mean? So she's saying it's her best friend, but it might not even be her best friend. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. A lot of people in the comments, they're all saying that they're proud of her for doing the job instead of going to the wedding, and that she shouldn't make her feel bad, and it's manipulative, which I think is a bit, but I don't know. I don't know. It's really interesting.
Yeah, it's a really tricky one because, you know, if you've got friends that are, the thing is, you know, you're not like, you know, everyone's like, life is about earning money, or some people are like, life is about, you know, having fun, and there's all different types of ways that people think that life's all about, you know.
Exactly.
In my opinion, life's just about fucking surviving.
Yeah,
It's too fucking hard as it is. Just survive, you know.
I think it's tricky.
Yeah,
because I've had this.
It's very tricky.
Yeah, I've had this compelling like revelation. Because I've been over here in the UK making significantly more money than I would have in Australia. But my heart is in Australia, and my mental health and my happiness is in Australia. Do you know what I mean? So it's like, you know, that was one thing that I had to fight with for a while, and I wasn't happy here. And then I was like, well, do I prioritize making money and actually being able to be a full-time artist over being happy at home?
Yeah.
Like, I don't know. It's a weird thing.
Very hard.
It's about what you like prioritize in life. And like, you say surviving, and like, I get that, but there's like two ways. It's like survive. You have to have money to survive, but then you have to have happiness to survive. Because what's the point of having all the money and being depressed? Like, oh, it's so tricky.
It is. It's literally like, you know, you could work a fuck ton, have so much money, but that doesn't mean that you're going to be happy. Or, you know, you could not work at all and have no money, but that doesn't mean you're going to be happy because you got all the free time in the world. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's the difference. People don't realize that. They'll probably think, you know, like, you know, my mum's kind of like, she has to work because she, you know, if she doesn't, then she, you know, it'll just get into her head, kind of thing.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, definitely. I like being like busy, otherwise I just get depressed.
Yeah,
it's a weird fine line.
Yeah, it is a really weird one, but you know, yeah, it's just, I think most of it, when I said it's about surviving, I didn't mean like money wise, but there is, as you said, I think you cleared it up, where it's money wise and mentally wise.
It's like
mentally, you know,
trying to balance it on the scales.
Balancing it,
it's tricky.
All
right, well, that's that one.
That was good. Okay, did you want to do another one?
Oh, I thought we'd take turns. Or do you want? Have you not found one?
5.
Well,
like 2.
I don't mean to go through all 5.
2, but
yeah, I know.
But
they're just backups.
Not a competition.
No, I'm just saying. I just have backups in case we like need some more.
Well, then let's back them up. Let's get them out.
Well, fine. Okay. Let me see. All right. Okay. This is another one from Am I the Asshole? Because I just find them the most interesting.
Yeah.
Okay. Am I the asshole because I threw away my girlfriend's gifts to me?
What? Say it again.
Am I the asshole because I threw away my girlfriend's gifts to me?
It depends on what it is. And it's not ex-girlfriend, is it? It's current.
I assume current. It says, I had a birthday a few months ago and I told my girlfriend to not get me anything. I didn't want or need anything. That this wasn't a secret challenge to find something I would like. I genuinely did not want any gifts. Of course she gets me some gifts and I hate them. She got me
I can even feel it. I can feel it.
She got me junk and a responsibility. 2 things I don't want more of in my life. She got me this crappy little plastic egg cooker thing. She knows She knows I make hard-boiled eggs in the pressure cooker. And I have expressed before that they come out perfect every time and that I love it. so I don't need some piece of junk as the scene on TV replacement. She also got me a small cactus, which I see as nothing more than a responsibility that I don't want.
How?
I know cacti are pretty low maintenance, but I just don't care for them. And then it says but then I can't see anymore, so I don't know if they just press enter.
He might have edited or something.
I don't know.
He might have. So it's very sweet of his girlfriend, you know. I can understand it because, you know, nearly every single birthday, every single Christmas, I never know what I want. You know, I'm a very basic man. I am a very basic man. And, you know, I don't need much, you know, I don't need much, but, you know, so yeah, it's very hard. So I can imagine, like, my mum be like, I know you didn't ask for anything, but I got you this, but I would never throw it away.
No,
do you know what I mean?
I feel like that's kind of a dick move.
A bit over the top.
I can't find the word. Like, I think a gift, as I've always said, it's the thought that counts, regardless of what the gift is. And I've gotten stuff that's not particularly useful, or again, like, I live in the UK with the mindset of always wanting to move across the world again. So I don't want to like accumulate stuff. Do you know what I mean? So I've been trying my hardest.
I just don't. But
I've been trying my hardest to not buy lots of stuff. So when people give me stuff, I appreciate it. Absolutely. Like, I'm like, this is awesome. Like, thank you so much. But at the same time, I'm like, back in my mind, I'm like, oh shit, this is like a thing I have to deal with later on when I move back to Australia.
This is the problem because I think, and I don't mean this in a bad way, but I think you're stunting your happiness here by doing that.
Oh no, I agree.
Like, do you know what I mean?
But
like,
obviously
you don't want. No, I get it. I'm not. We're not gonna, you know, go too deep into it. I'm just saying.
Oh no,
in
it's
general,
fine. Like, you know? I know, I've thought it too. Like, one of my biggest things is this sounds like a bird thing. I'm like a nester, and I like nesting, and I like building a room and decking it out like I want it to look, and I want to have the, you know, the pillows and the cool things that just makes me feel like a home. I love doing that, and like that's one thing that I've always wanted to do back in Australia is get a house and then like nest and full on have all my shit everywhere and just be like, hell yeah, I'm happy in my little space, rather than having in the back of my mind like, oh no, Sarah, you can't buy those beautiful Japanese bowls that you saw at a convention that you would love to eat from every night because you can't take them with you. Do you know what I mean? So that is like one thing that does get me, but I would never throw out a gift or be unappreciative of it. Like, it feels unappreciative.
It sounds like her boyfriend is very, like, is it snobby?
A little bit narcissistic, perhaps.
Yeah, narcissistic.
A little bit up himself.
I think it is. Like, I don't need an egg thing because I do it perfectly myself.
Yeah, it feels like he's just blaming her. Like,
I mildly understand it because, well, this is the thing. I don't understand him bidding the things, but I can understand him not using it. You know, just have it there and be like, oh no, it's just easy to clean up on this. You know, because usually they're kind of hard to clean, those kind of things. But I think
it's so tricky. What does the comments say? It is the thought that counts, and your whole attitude about this is so cold. Exactly.
Yeah.
OP could have regifted them versus throwing them out. Explained he gave them to somebody who would appreciate it. Would have probably still hurt, but better than just him tossing stuff in the trash. You don't have to like the gifts, sure, but talking about it like that and then outright throwing it away, chill, dude. She just wanted to make you a bit happier.
It does feel spiteful, actually. What if?
Yeah,
it sounds like a mentally abusive.
It does a little bit, but like I am very much somebody to read into this kind of shit, and I always want to know more details, and you just don't know. You just don't know. So you have to take it at the surface. You can only speculate
I used
at
to
that
take
point.
them at the surface and be like, "You're a fucking asshole."
Yeah.
Like when I was on Reddit and I used to read the off my chest and confessions, I was like, "You're a piece of shit," and I didn't give a shit. And you're not even allowed to do that. But I was just like, "You're a piece of shit."
That's cool growing up, my friend.
Yeah, I didn't care.
Yeah, I mean, no, I get it. I wish I could be more like that.
And I'm sick of this cushioned bullshit that there used to be. oh, well, I think that, you might have overdone it. No, you're just a fucking asshole. You shouldn't have done this. You should have thought about the other person's feelings. Do you know what I mean?
No, I know.
I hate people that put cushion
I'm like
it's
that,
called
though.
confession for a reason.
Yeah, but like I'm always like, I like to give people the benefit of the doubt, and it's like I'm like, there's probably a reason why they're such an asshole. Like they're getting bullied or their parents hate them.
Bullied about an egg maker.
Well, but yeah, after going through certain things myself, now I pick up on things and I go, oh, that makes me worried about her, or oh, that's a red flag, or
well, that's my anxiety.
Yeah,
I hear a story, half a story, or something, or I see someone argue, like if they're just a little argument or something on stream or something, then people, like, for me, I'll be like, I start going so deep into it, like, what are they okay? I wonder what it's like behind closed doors.
Well, that's
but but we also have that.
Well, that's the thing I was about to say. Like, you freak yourself over that, but then like we'll have our banter, or we'll have an argument on stream, or we'll do something, and then you freak out about what other people are thinking about it, because they don't want you to think, you don't want them to think that you're a bad boyfriend, or I don't want people to think that I'm a controlling bitch girlfriend. Do you know what I mean? Like, it goes both ways. But like, that's the unfortunate part about, you only see so much. You see the very surface of someone's relationship on a stream, and you just don't know the layers, and it's not your business in most situations. So unless you're like their best friend. So it's unfortunately just one of those things you just have to let go, unless they come to you for help, and then you go, oh, okay.
So people are like saying, maybe explained before that he doesn't want gifts, but the thing is, it's more about her, it's not about, what's the word? It's the thought that counts. Do you know what I mean? It's the thought that counts. She just doesn't want to leave. There are people out there that like, no, I don't want anything for my birthday, but they actually do. They do want something.
I think that's just you're just arguing against society and the way that it's built, and the way that we somehow guilt trip ourselves into thinking we need to gift people things for their birthdays and Christmas and stuff, because if we don't, we feel bad. And there's been so many years that, like, even my parents have been like, oh, we're not going to do gifts this year, but we still do it, because it's like, for some reason in our brain we guilt trip ourselves into thinking that this is what we're supposed to do. Like, this is gift giving is what it is.
You're supposed to do what?
You're supposed to give each other gifts. Like, that's just the way that consumerism is like formed us. Like. I
mean, I think I don't think it's like Valentine's. Because I don't think it's one of those. I genuinely believe that Christmas and birthdays are a good time to, like, show appreciation to people. And I'm not saying it's about gifts, but I'm just saying some people can't afford these things.
No,
and
absolutely.
like, if, say, for example, back in the day, if I wanted something and my mum put money towards something, my sister did, and then my brother, for my birthday, then I was able to buy the thing that I wanted. Do you know what I mean? So I think, I don't think it's very. Of course, there's an aspect of consumerism, but I genuinely think that actually, overall, it does help.
I think, like, I've never been somebody that's super into like Mother's Day, Father's Day, but it's still the day where you buy your dad a box of chocolates because you appreciate them.
For Valentine's Day, for me, and I think we have that. We don't really.
I think that depends on your relationship, I think, as well, because a lot of people have gift giving as like,
do you care that we don't
a way of showing love stuff? No. I'm a spend time person, so if you ignored me and we didn't acknowledge it was Valentine's Day, or didn't do something together, like, we fucking what did we play? We played Fallout 76 on Valentine's Day, but we were together and we were experiencing something together, and like that's that's the thing I want the most. Like, I don't want a bunch of flowers
by the way.
Huh?
Oh, so romantic, taking to the wasteland.
Yeah, wow, oh my god, the wasteland is so beautiful, so romantic.
Gotta see them big rad roaches. Whoa.
I thought you were gonna say gotta see them big titties. I'm like, girl, stop. I don't know.
This is a PG podcast.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, next one.
Yeah, go for it.
Okay, so today I fucked up. Okay, so if you don't know what this means, so 20F, can you guess what it means?
20 female.
Okay, 20
20-year-old female.
girlfriend
I know that. Yep.
of 2 years told me the music that I, 25M,
male, 20-year-old, 25-year-old male. Wait, 25?
Okay, 2 years told me that the music that I play during sex is weird and a major turn off.
Oh.
What's your thoughts on music and sex?
Wait. So hang on. The 20-year-old female told the 25-year-old male that they don't like their sex playlist.
Yeah.
Oh.
I think it's weird to have a sex playlist.
I think it's weird. I personally have never.
It's not a bad thing if you do, guys.
Yeah,
just saying,
like,
if you want to do that, I'm just saying.
I'm not saying I've never had sex to music, and like I quite enjoy it, and like sometimes it's like, you know, dancing in a way. But I don't have. I would never have one. But
yeah, exactly. That's the only time for music is to cover up the noises.
Yeah, exactly. So like,
Smalley said it. I was thinking it also.
I don't.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah, awkward. Go on with the article.
Like, imagine listening to fucking Disney songs. What was it? Getting down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Let's get down to business.
Oh, do you have to do the fucking motion as well, my lord?
Okay, I'm sorry. It's a PG podcast.
PG podcast.
But do you know what I mean? Like, okay, and it's just said, little story back. When I first started having sex, I researched into ways to be better, as I was a little stiff and pretty much had no idea what I was doing. I read online that you can play music to match the rhythm in order to put on a better performance. Okay.
Uh-huh.
I think you can make your own rhythm in your head. You could listen to a song in your head, really, if you really wanted to. Okay, so this is the thing. You could either be good at it or enjoy it. You know, that's you know, I mean, you can be good at it and enjoy it at the same time. But let's just say in his mind, you could either enjoy it and be shit at it, or shit at it, or he could just, you know, focus on being good by listening to, like, you know, Darude Sandstorm, where it's like
Stop.
Do you know what I mean?
I think, like, I get it from like a confidence perspective. Like, you know, you put on some sexy music, you're feeling a bit sexy, it's inspiring, you know, you're feeling a bit unholy. So like, I get that. They wouldn't fucking play Darude Sandstorm. There's no way.
Okay. No, they wouldn't. They wouldn't. The thing is, we would need. They should have at least asked in the comments what songs are on that playlist. But
no, I want to know.
So we searched up lovemaking songs and started slowly creating a playlist which I was comfortable matching the rhythm. There are a few songs to my playlist. However, there is one song in particular which actually happens to be my favorite, that my girlfriend hates and says it turns her off in a major way. I don't understand why it has taken her 2 years to tell me she hates that song.
That's what I was waiting for. I was like, I need the time frame. Like, I need how long have they been having sex to that song before she told her, like, him.
Of 2 years.
Yeah, I didn't know if they meant like girlfriend of 2 years and they'd been doing that the whole time to that one song, or it had been like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
That's
2
years too long.
It's a good lovemaking song with good rhythm. Sorry. Like, can you imagine, right? He's like, oh, this has got a really good rhythm, but it's like, never gonna give you up, never gonna give you down, never gonna run around and desert you. Do you know what I mean? It matters about the song. It's not just about the rhythm. Do you know what I mean? So I feel the way I fucked up is I could have possibly asked her previously if she likes the playlist or any of the songs. Do you have any requests for the playlist when we're having sex?
No. Anyways, I don't think he fucked up, to be honest. I think it's her. She should have just told him.
No, he hasn't fucked up. I just think he's very what's the word? You know, it's kind of, he must be old. Like, how is he 25? It sounds like such an old school thing, doesn't it? You know, like in movies where they turn on like some. You know?
I don't know. I think.
But oh, okay, the song itself. He posted the song.
Oh yes, what is it?
It's Hudson Mohawk. Do you want? You can't play it on stream.
No.
Okay, but it's Hudson Mohawk. I can link it in the chat for everyone else. I can link it in the chat.
Can you sing it? Oh, your sound cut out.
Nah, this is troll. This is troll. This is troll.
Is it not?
This is troll. This is troll.
What
this
song
is,
is it?
This is troll. This is troll. This is troll. There's no way. There is no way. This has to be a troll. It's like. There's no way. There's no way. There is no way. No way. There is no way this is a song. I need to see the rest of it. Okay.
I really
thought
wish I
this
could
song was
hear it.
perfect, and I always thrust along with the tune. I feel like it could... The thing is, you can't hear this. You should come in my room and listen to it real quick.
Okay,
just so you know.
yeah, give me a sec.
Yeah, you have to. You
Okay.
have to, because you can't picture it otherwise. You can't picture it. You can't picture it. You can't. You can't. You can't. Okay, yeah. You're not ready for this. There's just no way.
Oh my god!
There's no way. It has to be troll, right? There's no way.
Nah.
It has to be troll. It has to be
That's
troll.
crazy. There's no way.
It's gotta be troll. It's gotta be troll. It's gotta be. So okay, so top comment.
Dude, that's crazy.
Oh really? Top comment on the YouTube. A moment of silence for that poor woman suffering for 2 years. Okay, but listen. So the top comment is: no way can someone be this clueless. No way. I refuse to believe it. First, you shouldn't be playing the same song every time you bang. Second, it should never be this song. It's absurd. That was even enough of joke or not. I'd be too busy laughing my arse off as the song came on. Oh man, we're sat here reading this thing, taking it seriously, and then we hear that.
No.
Oh my god.
That's completely
You've got to
changed.
post it in the bottom. I'll
Yeah.
link it to you.
I'll
on
post
the
it
thing.
in the
You've got
bottom.
to post it in the bottom so everyone can.
That's completely changed my perspective now.
Yeah.
Like,
So,
how
yeah.
awkward though. Like, I was already thinking, like, I don't think I could have sex to music to like actually thrust to the beat. But like, then I listened to that song and it's like, okay, that's even worse. Like, it's either the bass line or like, and it's like, or it's like, doom, doom, doom.
Oh my god.
So bad.
Okay, well that was a good one. I'm glad that I picked
That
that.
was a good one.
actually.
Well done,
That
well
was a
done.
the fact that we discussed it and then we found the song as well afterwards. That was really good.
I'm putting that on my
was really
playlist.
good.
My
Yeah.
sex playlist that I've just made.
Oh my god.
Maybe we should try it. Maybe he's onto
No.
something.
No.
No?
Terrible. Terrible. Have you got another one? Or you want to end it?
well,
We're at an hour.
I just looked at the time and it is an hour and I'm disappointed because like this has been fun and I really
Yeah, that was a good time.
that
was a good one to
time.
end on though.
that was a good one to end on. And unfortunately I would totally read another one just for shits and gigs, but I do have to go to the post office.
Yeah, she's
So
gotta go.
I gotta do I'm a busy whammon, what can I say?
Yeah. So guys, thank you for joining us on episode 5 of Nunsense. Now we are gonna do a poll on what has been your favorite nonsense so far, and we'll see. We'll see. You know, there's more stuff to come. I think it's good that we, you know, randomize it. You know, like it just mixes it up a bit. You know, no one knows what's coming. We don't even know.
I don't even know. I don't know it's coming till Thursday night, and I'm highly disorganized. But I really enjoy our nonsense. So thank you for being here every week.
No worries.
Nonsensing with me.
No worries.
I'm having a really good time. What's been your favorite episode?
Well, I don't know. I'm a little bit biased because two of them I've talked about my anxiety, which I'm not a big fan of, and the one that I really do like was the TikTok ones. But this was a good one. This was a good one. I'm not saying that I've not enjoyed any of them. I've enjoyed them all. But
I think it's harder for us though, because like
what's your favorite?
Well, that's just the thing. Like I have like things that I liked from every part of the nonsense.
Okay, I should have said
my
that.
favorite ones are it's the correct answer. My favorite my favorite ones actually have been though when I do have some ready questions, and then I basically interview you.
It takes stress off, doesn't it?
It's been a lot of fun. I don't know. I've been enjoying the whole thing. I really want to do this again.
I can't believe that last one. We just listened to that.
I know. I wish I could play you guys the song. I'm sorry, YouTube will kill me for it, but you know, it's fine. I'll link it in the description below. So if you do want to check out the sex song, it is there for you. So don't worry, I've got you. I got you. But guys, thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate it. Had a lot of fun, and we'll be around. Oh, I was gonna say next week we are busy on the Friday, so we're gonna do Thursday. It maybe a day earlier. So maybe Thursday next week. It's a maybe because
it's
maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. And till next time.
For a song. It's a maybe. It's a maybe on a Thursday instead of a Friday. Maybe, oh maybe on Thursday instead of Friday.
Beautiful. I loved that. Wonderful. All right.
GG's.
GG's. Lovely. Thanks, guys.
See you later.
See you later.
Hey.
Hey, there's pink.
Hey.
Oh.